Hello and welcome to What Map, the map review show for City Skylines. There are tens of thousands of maps in the workshop now, and so finding the right one for your next build is a huge task. So each day, Monday to Saturday, we'll review one, using our 5-star rating for aesthetics, detail and gameplay potential, awarding only the very best the coveted seal of approval. So join me, fellow Skylines explorers, as we venture to today's new land. Who am I? I'm BonBonB, and you are very, very welcome.
Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to Saturday's What Map. Now don't be a bunch of lazy buggers, get your finger out and click that like button now. We are looking for 100 likes today. This will be the first ever time we've done it on the What Map and I want to see it, so do it now. Right, now yesterday we looked at Synthesizer Patel's first ever map, and today we are looking at MB102's first ever map. It's called Strannon Bay. Now don't be scared off, we have a nice map today, so please hang around for this one. It's well worth your time, well worth your time. There's your resources, and there they've gone. Now, when you're on the workshop, there are 2 Strannon Bay maps. One is for mass transit, if you have mass transit. One is if you don't. Now, I don't, so I've selected the no mass transit option. So there you are. Make sure you pick the right one. It's very important. Now, assets and mods and stuff. There's nothing appearing in the required drop down, but it does say to click the collection. So head off to the right hand side there, see all 3 collections, click on that. And then there's one collection there, so click on that. And then you have the drop down with everything you need. There's the New Caledonian theme, the Definitive Vision LUT, various other bits and pieces that you want. Also, both maps appear. Uncheck the one that you don't need. Reason being, when you go to the load screen, you'll have 2 Strannon Bays, but they're not indicated in the load screen whether it's the mass transit or not, and you won't know which one to open, and then you'll probably open the wrong one and be annoyed, and then have to open a separate one, and it will take a few moments or minutes, depending on how long it takes for the game to load on your system. Oh, take a breath, take a breath. Right, the roads. The roads, we are looking at national roads, which is nice. I like it, aesthetically very pleasing. However, as an actual thing, when your city starts to grow, they're going to struggle to deal with the weight of traffic, and then upgrading, you'll need to be putting down 2 roads rather than 1. You can't upgrade to a double highway and all that sort of malarkey. You know where I'm coming from here. By the way, loving the way that this curves along the beach without encroaching onto the beach. Very nice work. So yes, so it's nice, but it's a bit of a minor problem in terms of long term. You will need to upgrade this road. And this is your start square. We'll look at the detailing in a moment. Let's just have a look at the location. Quite close to the water, looks very nice there. And also that road cutting across makes it easy to get started. Very good. So yes, the detailing down here is very nice. Use of the rocks and the foliage, and that little bridge going across the top there. That's just about the right level, I think. Not too high, not too low. And then we'll move on along and along. So that's your start square. There's nowhere else set up to be a start square. Once again, we're following the outside of the beach. Once again, not encroaching. That's very nice. Again, see, this is what I'm going to call a very nice map. Everything that you see about this, you can say, oh, that's very nice. I've got 1 or 2 minor grumbles later on, but it's me. I'm always going to moan about something, you know that. Right, okay, we'll look up that way in a minute. We're going to take both routes for separate reasons. This one's actually got something particularly good I want to show you. And then the other one's got something that I've got a personal mumble on. It's not even a grumble, it's a mumble. Oh, this wouldn't be a BonBonB review without a mumble. Anyway, one of my pet hates are these causeways that go off into the fog, into the sea. Doesn't look like it ever lands anywhere. And this one, though, there's a purpose-built, we're going to call it an island. It's not really an island, but this isn't like a hidden island in the fog. This is quite sizable. It looks like it's meant to be. I'm not particularly liking the way that the road is just built up to start the bridge there. It's minor, that's minor, but I do appreciate the fact that there's a big lump of land there to make it look like it isn't just going off into the nether. Right, now back down to this intersection. I like the intersection, by the way. I didn't mention that too much. I like it. It's not too tight, it's not too loose, it's pretty good. Now, anyway, down here, I've got one little thing I'm not keen on. I'll point it out in a minute. Right, that hill in the middle there. See that? I don't like it. I just don't. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. I would just get the softener tool out, level it down just a little bit, maybe 25%. It just, I don't know, juts out on me a little bit. But that's a personal thing, and I'm not marking the map down on it. It's a personal grumble. Tell me if you agree or disagree in the comments. Now, there are 2 rail connections. This is one of them. Yeah, that's it. Had to look for it in the fog. It'd be nice if it was dragged out just a little bit so that you could see it. And there's also a second one down here which took me ages to find in the fog right up here. So once again, personally, I would like to have seen that line drawn out a little bit more, but given the quality of this map full stop, I would have liked to have seen a basic rail network just cutting across, joining those 2 up together. That would have been quite nice. But still, it's just a minor grumble. And let's grumble about an asset review instead, shall we? The Futuristic Primary School CC by CushyCrux. Yes, Saturdays is the quirky day, the day when we look at something a bit different. And last Saturday, we looked at a giant Godzilla. And today we're looking at lots of little Godzillas going to school. Hey, bless them. And hang on a second, these are Sims. These aren't real. Oh, I love them. Playing hopscotch in the playground there. It's good fun. Anyway, yes, this is a nicely worked asset. It's very attractive. I mean, not something that I personally would ever use. I say that, I'll probably use it in my next map now, but you know. One minor grumble, tiny little thing. It's a health and safety issue. The kids can easily fall off of those stairs. There's no banister or anything. It's quite dangerous. But that said, lovely little asset. Futuristic Primary School CC by CushyCrux. The asset of the day. Right, shipping routes back to Strannon Bay. Shipping route, you got the one that goes all the way along the sea, follows all the way around the outside, so you can stick your docks and ports anywhere along the outside there. But also then you've got 2 routes that come into Strannon Bay itself. One that heads off to the left here, and one that heads off to the right over there. So literally anywhere there's coastline, you could have shipping. It's good work. Love the detailing here. The deeper water is creating this darkness. I like that a lot. But then, having said I like that a lot, I'm going to moan about it in a minute as well. Hey, you can never please me fully, guys. Here, it's the Essential Lighthouse. And just a little nod to Icania. Yeah, that's right. You can't get up those steps to the lighthouse. Minor detailing issue. But he wouldn't thank me if I didn't mention it, having grumbled about his several weeks ago. Now, the deep water here, you can see that. It's probably too deep. It's creating nice aesthetics, but I think it's a little bit too deep at that river delta. So once again, I like it and I don't like it. Oh dear. There's no middle ground, is there? There's no middle ground. You can never please me fully. Well, there are some maps that please me fully, but you go to the effort of creating something just a little bit different, and I pick at it. I pick at it. And oh, we're going up the stream now. Okay. The detailing on the left here with those rocks is lovely. Let's get out of the way of that tree. That's nice. Loving the white waterwork here. A bit more detailing on the right. And the stones aren't glitching. The amount of times we see glitchy rocks. That's excellent work. Once again, heading up and up and up. And now we've gone from high banks to low banks. This is really nice. Stick a little cottage alongside there. That's very nice indeedy. And then we get up to the top and you reach something else that I really like. I mentioned about 2 or 3 episodes ago. Water sources. I like it when the water sources are hidden, and I particularly like it if they're hidden in a little lake. And that's about the perfect size lake for hiding the water source. That's lovely indeedy. Thank you so much, MB. Right, what should we do next? Shall we have a look at the build planes? Why not? Now the land is flat, but not perfectly flat. So you've got natural hills and natural curvature of the land. I'm liking that also. Plenty of build plane. Loads of build plane. And then really looking at the foothills of these hills, you can actually build into these as well. So I would say probably around 85% of the map you can use for actually building if you wish to do so. There's a bit down here we've not looked at yet, a bit deserty down here, very dry and arid. Not too large, doesn't detract from the map at all, but adds a little bit more detail and interest without really overpowering the map. And then down here, like I say, all these foothills you can actually do things with, maybe do trails and things like that. Very nice for detailing. Beaches. We haven't looked at the beaches properly yet. Not much detailing on the beaches, but to be honest with you, that doesn't really matter much. They are lovely. I don't think they really need much in the way of detailing. They're just nicely blended into the grass. Very nice indeedy. And now islands. We've got a few outlying islands here as well. This one, it's nice detailing here. Loving the way they got the little coves in there. It's very, very nice. And this island I like so much. This is where I want my my mansion to be. BonBon Island, as I called it. Yeah, that's where I want my little hut to be. Thank you very much. Right, scores. Aesthetically very pleasing indeed. I can't downgrade this at all. It's 5 stars. Detailing, got one or two minor grumbles, like I say the water's too deep and it's not deep enough, the hidden railway lines and the lighthouse. Otherwise 5 stars, but 4 stars because of those tiny little minor grumbles. Gameplay potential, almost unlimited, like it so much I'm giving that big 5 juicy stars as well. So that is Strannon Bay MB102. Like it so much I've got to give it the BonBonB seal of approval. Excellent work for a first map. Excellent work. Now don't forget to join me tomorrow. I've got something very different tomorrow. Instead of doing a best of what map, I've got a what map special. The first in a small series if it's well received. And if it's not well received, well, it'll be just a one-off. So join me then. Thanks for watching, commenting, liking and subscribing, and have a great weekend.